Hey everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in to watch Life's Magical Journey. I'm Life, and this is the safe space for learning, growing, and even sharing your own experiences when it comes to your spiritual journey. So as you're watching the video, please consider subscribing. Today's video is going to be a little bit different though, because we're not going to be talking about the journey. We are celebrating having 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 members of the fam. I'm super excited. I'm honored to be even having this conversation with you guys. I'm floored. I'm amazed. I am dumbfounded. I barely I honestly, I almost can't believe it. So thank you. Just thank you. Thank you for the love and the commitment that you guys have shown. And I want you guys to know that I feel like we're doing this together. We're building a community where we talk about things like this out in the open. We share with each other our experiences and the things that we're learning about ourselves and about the universe, about God and our connection. And so it's an amazing space to be in. Did you guys know that over 5 billion videos are watched on YouTube every single day? And so for you guys to be here making my video one of them, I'm grateful. I'm just honored. So in celebration of the 1,000 subscriber mark, we are going to do a get to know me Q&A. So I know most people kind of do that at the beginning of their YouTube journey. I obviously didn't do that. So now that we're all here together, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first question is, what's up with your name? Like Life's Magical Journey. Why am I called Life? My name is Vida. And so it's a different spelling, but in Spanish that means life. And so I just end up picking up the nickname Life. I have several nicknames though. Blue is my main nickname. No, actually the truth is I think cousin is my main nickname. I am everybody's cousin, but I do have a lot of cousins, and so when they introduce me to people, they introduce me as cousin, and so everybody calls me cousin. That's really one of my main nicknames. But Blue is a huge nickname that I've had since I was a kid. It is my favorite color, so oops, that was one of the questions. But nevertheless, my name means life in Spanish, and so that's a nickname of mine. I really resonate with the nickname. I've been called that almost all my life, and so I love that name as well. How old are you? I am 42 years old, and so my birthday is in September, so I am a Virgo. Woo woo. Virgos are so proud. Like, we are so proud to be Virgos. Like, you can't tell us nothing. You really honestly just can't tell us that the Virgo sign is not the best sign. Like, we would really go so far as to say it's the only sign. Like, ask all my Virgos. Comment down below if you guys are a Virgo, if you feel me. Family life. I am single. I'm divorced, actually. So single at the moment. I have 9 kids. Essentially 3 that came out of me. I have a set of twins, and I have my little one, my little flower. But I do have 6 other kids who I love, who either came from past relationships, my marriage, or just life in general, family members that call me mom, and we treat each other like that relationship. And so 9 kids, like most of them are grown. So the only little one is my Violet, and she's 9. My favorite food, oh my god. So you guys know I guess if I was trying to label myself, I would be pescatarian right now, because I stopped eating meat in April of last year. And then I picked back up with eating shrimp and fish. So I do eat seafood right now. But before I became vegetarian, I loved hot wings. That was my favorite. I love spicy food, but I absolutely loved wings. Like, that was my favorite. But clearly it's not my favorite anymore. So anything with shrimp, I think, is my favorite. I go to Angry Crab a lot. We have Angry Crab here, and I go there often, and it is probably my favorite. Like the seafood boil bags. Yes. How tall are you? I am officially, I guess I am 5'7 3/4, but I just say 5'8", you know, so I am pretty tall, I guess. Job history, like first job, middle of the road type job, and most recent job. So my very first job, I worked at a yogurt shop. It was a lot of fun learning how to make the different like banana splits and stuff like that. I worked in the mall. It was so much fun. I had a blast. My middle of the road job, I would say, was when I worked as a corrections officer. I did work in corrections for about 3 years. I worked at Lewis Prison in Buckeye, Arizona. Lots of fun. Like, I think I was just it was too fun to me, and that's really part of the reason why I quit, because in training they said if you ever got too comfortable, like if you felt complacent, then you don't need to be there. And so I realized I was cool, but I feel like the reason I was so cool was because the inmates respected me. I didn't disrespect them, so they respected me in turn. I mean, also I worked with men, and so you'll find that if you work with men as a female corrections officer, then they respect the women. They might disrespect the guys. They don't really care. But for the most part, male inmates respect the women. And then the opposite is true if you work at a female prison. Like, the women get the most disrespect, you know, and they respect the men because they're men, they're bigger and stronger or whatever. So it's just, that's a weird dynamic. But nevertheless, I felt like that just wasn't the place for me anymore, because I was a little bit too comfortable there. I wasn't afraid to go in, you know, when the gates close behind you, I wasn't afraid. And so I just ended up, for some other reasons too, but I just ended up quitting that job. And then my most recent job was in sales for U-Haul. Like, you guys know, I think I've talked about that on the channel here before. I worked in sales for a long time, and so this was over the phone. Even before quarantine, before everything hit, I was working from home for U-Haul in sales. My favorite movie has always been Beastmaster. Not any of the recent ones, but just that first one. I think it was made in 1982. It might have been 84. I think it was 82. But that movie has always been my favorite movie. I think my second favorite might be Coming to America, just because that was my mom's favorite movie. We've watched it like a million times. I know every word to it, but I do know a lot of words to a lot of movies though, because when I did watch TV and movies and stuff like that a lot, I'm that type of person, like I'll just say the the words right along with them. People don't necessarily like that, but I love doing that. Like, I just love getting to know the movie like that, and I'll watch a movie over and over and over. Like, I'll wear it to the ground and just know the movie like that. My favorite color is absolutely blue. We already discussed that. That's just it's always been blue. Maybe because I'm a Virgo. Like, my sign, my birthstone is sapphires. It's that royal dark blue that I love. Like, that is my color. I just resonate with that. I always have. And so I used to, when I was in high school, comment if you remember this, if anybody from high school is watching, I used to get braids, and I would have the whole braid of blue beads on my head, like all my hair. Like, it would all be beads, and it would all be like this much. It was fun. Last question is, why did I start this channel? And I kind of threw this question in there just because I think it's important that everyone knows that, for one, I just randomly ended up on this spiritual journey. I think I've told the story a couple of times on the channel already, and I always wanted to be a YouTuber. Like, I feel like I have the personality for that type of thing. Like, I've always wanted to be in front of the camera, and so that part was kind of a no-brainer. But the reason I started this channel, the reason I didn't start a million channel ideas that I've had, and I was able to start this channel, was because Spirit led me to start this channel. Like, I literally could not stop thinking about starting the channel. Like, it was something that was just like, you need to start it, you need to start the channel, you need to let people know, you need to share your journey. And so that's kind of the same thing that happened to me with meditation and with doing yoga. Like, I would hear about it everywhere, and it would just be like, here you go, this is what you need to do, you need to start, you know. So that's really why I started. I feel like there's something major happening here in my life, and I need to share it with you guys. I need to show you guys what's possible. So a lot of times when you see that something is going good for someone, when you see that something is, you know, just looking and feeling good, like that person just has a spark about them, you need to see it as a sign that it's possible for you. And so I think that I am that sign for a lot of people. I'm grateful to be, I hope that I am, you know, that's what I feel. And that's why I started this channel. So know that I'm here for a reason. Know that I'm here because I do feel led to be here on this channel and on this journey with you guys. So please feel comfortable sharing your journey. Like, feel free commenting, feel free emailing me if you want to hit me up on Instagram. I'm not really good on Instagram though. I noticed that, like, someone messaged me, and I promise you it took me like 2 days. I saw the notification but it took me like 2 days to find the actual message. And I'm not saying I was on there all day, like really trying to, like, all day, you know what I mean? But I saw it and I couldn't get to it. So I'm not that good at Instagram, but I'm working on it, and I am gonna start posting more on my Instagram. So if you guys are not following me there, if you want to, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram and follow me on Instagram and email or whatever. So that's all the questions we have for this. If you guys have any questions for me, 'cause I am gonna do more Q&As like down the road. I'm not gonna bombard the channel with that because that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about this journey. We're here to share messages, important messages that are needed and necessary for us to grow and develop and just move on about the journey and move forward in our lives. So I'm expecting greatness for each and every one of you. I'm thankful to be on the road on this journey with you guys. And oh, by the way, I want to share with you guys, I am going to be in a huge giveaway, and so I want you guys to be a part of it. It is, I can't tell you the giveaway amount, but it's going to be a lot, okay? And it's going to be amazing. There's a lot of creators involved in this, and I think it's going to be just a lot of fun and potential to win a lot of money. So it's exciting, and look out for that coming up here in like the next few weeks. So what else? I guess that's it. So as usual, I'll see you next time.